Seniors answer 7 questions about how seniors enjoy Disney cruises. Breaking news. Seniors enjoy Disney cruises as much as younger families and children. It's true. Ask any of the more 94,000 members of the Disney for Seniors Facebook group who have gone on one or more Disney Cruise Line cruises, and they'll tell you. And that's exactly what we did. Hi, it's Dan from Nancy and Dan Travel to Disney and the founders of the original Disney for Seniors Facebook group. It is completely understandable if seniors feel that Disney is only for children and young families and that Disney Cruise Line is the same. Yet we are here to dispel that myth, big time. This is the 3rd video in our new series on Disney Cruise Line and seniors. Our first was how seniors feel about the different Disney Cruise Line ships. They even ranked from best to last each Disney Cruise Line ship from a senior's perspective. We'll put a link to that video at the end of this one. The second was a collection of 50 tips from seniors how other seniors could best enjoy a Disney cruise. The link to that video is right here if you would like to watch that one also before continuing. In this video, we asked the same members of the Disney for Seniors Facebook group who had gone on one or more Disney cruise specific questions, 7 questions about Disney cruises that would help other seniors gain their wisdom and experience about how seniors best enjoy these cruises. Number 1, do you select the early or the late dining rotation, and why? Cheryl and Judy both said they prefer the early dining because they retire early. Peggy said early versus late. I was concerned about sitting in a show around 8 p.m. so soon after a big meal with richer foods than normal. It turned out not to be a problem, but I did mean I missed the sunset. Susan, do you select early or the late dining rotation? I select late. I like early show and typically less crowded and less kids. Ruth, early dinner was great because it gave us opportunity to go directly from our meal to the evening show. There were opportunities during the evening for visiting the various bars and enjoying the sights. Lisa, I was a little concerned about the late dining as I usually eat earlier. It turned out just fine. We enjoyed the shows first and then went to eat. We had very few children, if any, in our dining. Joan, we cannot eat late and not have tummy issues, so we chose the early dining and the later show. Jan said, a few thoughts. I prefer late dining because I would get hungry again before I go to bed and eat more otherwise. That means you see the show first, so you're not thinking about how hungry you are. Every saved calorie counts. Also, most families with small children chose early dining. Teresa, early dining is noisier and better if you normally eat earlier. Later was quieter, but we passed out right after. Catherine, we preferred the later dining. When we were assigned shared tables, it was always an adults-only table. Cindy, we like early dining. Late is too late for us to digest. Tessie, early dining, as the food is so rich and plentiful, we want time to digest before retiring for the night. It also allows us to have a nightcap and sit in the veranda and enjoy the evening. Question number 2. When selecting your cabin, does the location on the ship matter to you in your senior years? Why or why not? Peggy, we won't sail without a veranda. I love sitting out, often in the middle of the night if I can't sleep, and enjoy watching us pull into. We like deck 7, midship. Haven't had a problem with motion. Susan, yes, midship for easy access and less movement. Susan again, do not get inside room on newer ships. No split bathroom and tiny. Joan, midship veranda works best for us. Jan, I always book a balcony. I love sitting there with some wine. Bonus, Disney lets each guest bring 2 bottles of wine. It doesn't matter to me where in the ship it is as long as it's a balcony. Motion doesn't bother me at all. I like being near the elevators though. Kelly, for short cruises, I don't mind an inside cabin. It's cozy and air-conditioned at a much lower price point than some of the other rooms. Midship is nice, but things are usually spread out where you're walking back and forth constantly anyway. Joanne, I love my cruise on the Wonder. A veranda room is a must for me, as well as room service coffee and muffins in the morning. Cindy, we just like the rooms nearest the elevators. Linda, my one hint would be not to book a room near or above the children's areas if you like quiet and not as much traffic near you. Activities? Question number 3. We asked seniors, what activities do you do on a Disney cruise that you enjoy that others also seem to enjoy? Brack. If you like some quiet time, yet not hiding, try the Cove Cafe coffee bar on the pool deck. We are not swimmers, but we do like that deck. Another place on board that is fairly quiet throughout most of the day is the deck above the atrium. There are couches and portholes for viewing. It is also a great place to watch any activities in the atrium below without being in the middle of it. On the Fantasy, there is also a small coffee bar. And Susan said this: adult areas and adult evening lounge entertainment, all the shows, Paulo brunch, and Paulo dinner. That's what she enjoyed. As an aside, if you are learning some pointers from this video, please do click on that thumbs up like icon so that YouTube will share it with other Disney-loving seniors. Alright, we asked seniors question number 4, what would you avoid doing on a Disney cruise, and why? Susan had several things to say here. First, lounges are small, hard to get a seat, and not in its own area, so always seems loud. Dining is crowded. I like the theming, but if you cannot get into areas and get a seat, it doesn't matter. The lines were longer on the Treasure and the Wish. The elevator placement added steps to get there, and during major events only having 2 areas was not good. Catherine, we always sailed while kids were in school, which seemed to make a big difference on the Wonder. We had no problems with preschoolers and found them darling. The older kids, who were in large numbers on the bigger ships despite sailing in April or late January, were allowed great independence and caused safety concerns, shoving us on stairs as they raced, knocking a chair onto me as they roughhoused. Were older enough that we couldn't tolerate the risk. We would do the also receiving. The staff there took care that seniors also received it. Kara, the adult areas and activities are great. We never miss Match Your Mate. It's always a hoot. 8 Disney cruises, every ship but the Treasure. Only 3 of those with. And then question number 5. What were the best parts of Castaway Key for you as a senior? What would you recommend other seniors do there? What should seniors avoid? Susan, sadly, Serenity Bay has gotten a smaller beach, and it's just not worth taking longer to get there. Last couple visits, we enjoyed the family beach and lunch at Cookies. The beach is closer, lots of chairs and shaded areas, close to trams, shopping, restaurants, and lunch at Cookies or Cookies 2. Cookies and Cookies 2 have multiple short lines and nice shaded seating. I don't like the sand floor and the atmosphere at Serenity Bay lunch. Enjoyed the family beach much more. Linda, the islands are beautiful. We prefer Castaway Key and always go directly to the adult area. Only after walking the 5K, of course. Jan, at Castaway Key, I was kind of lost. It's just a big day at the beach. A very nice beach, but I'd rather do a tour and learn something interesting. It's great amusement for the kids, however. Not a fan of the sun. There may have been also excursions, but I was with people who wanted a beach day, so a beach day it was. I left early and took a nap. Kelly, for Castaway Key, if you're up for it, it's great to rent bikes and ride the old airstrip. Bikes are a great way to explore the island. It's so big that it's kind of hard to explore the whole place on foot. Also, she continued, if you're enjoying the ship a ton and you really don't want to get off that much to explore the island, it's perfectly okay to stay on the ship and just enjoy. The ship will be slightly empty on your port days like that, and it's a great time to ride the aqueduct or the aquamouse, try a restaurant, that kind of thing. Question number 6. What were the best parts of Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point? What would you recommend other seniors do there? What should seniors avoid? Peggy, it's about a 15-minute walk from the ship with no beaches or shade. You can stop at guest services and arrange a golf cart shuttle. Ruth, the 2 Disney islands are beautiful with a great beach on each. It's very warm and chairs and umbrella areas do fill up quickly. Water stations are located throughout the area. Bring your water bottle. And Cindy, the water was fantastic. We also participated in the craft project and made headpieces and wore them in the parade. What fun! Now, question number 7. How would you compare Disney Cruise Line with other cruise lines? Peggy, after our bucket list DCL, which we loved, we decided not to spend the extra and did Royal on Oasis of the Seas. Did not enjoy it. Ship was pretty, but missed the charm of Disney. The shows did not compare. The restaurants were just dining rooms. Disney Cruise Line has them all themed and added to the experience. We're not drinkers. The free soft drinks available all day on Disney Cruise Line were a hit. Royal had to buy drinks outside of meals in cans. And we really liked the free soft serve ice cream on Disney Cruise Line ships. Brack. Our first Alaska cruise was on the Wonder. It was a great experience, but the itinerary is exactly the same as any other cruise line that goes to Alaska. A few years later, we went to Alaska on Royal for the experience. And then there's Dan. That's right, me. Nancy and I are newest to cruising for a holiday. We chose Disney Cruise Line for the experience on board and its Castaway Cay and Lookout Point. When we use a cruise ship as our floating hotel to explore an area of the world where the destination is the primary motivation, then we do not do Disney Cruise Line. We did Celebrity on an older ship for our Athens to Athens Greek Island tour last year in the spring. It was only one day at sea. The rest were days where yet another Greek island on a guided tour on our own. Disney Cruise Line is not inexpensive, and we'd rather pay that amount of money when we're actually going to be on the ship a lot. Cruise Line for Alaska. You want a cruise where the itinerary includes Glacier Bay. It is a protected bay, and only a few cruise lines are allowed to have some of their ships visit. Princess and Holland America are two that do. And then Brack. I love the Disney experience, but prefer in the Caribbean. In Alaska, it was good to concentrate on Alaska. Now, don't get me wrong, if there's a Disney cruise and a Royal Caribbean cruise going anywhere for the same price, then I'm picking Disney. But that's not happening. What I do then is pick the experience I want. And then Lynn. We are frequent cruisers. We've done more than 20 cruises on 9 different cruise lines. We do not have children, and Disney has been my favorite since they launched. Although I also admit, Virgin has some. Now, are you a senior who has some questions about Disney cruises? Or you have a family member who is a senior and you or they have questions about a Disney cruise for older adults and seniors? Do let us know and help you out with your next cruise. Please do remember to click the like icon so YouTube will share this with other Disney-loving seniors. And if you have not done so already, please do subscribe to this, the only Disney-related YouTube travel channel specifically for older adults and seniors. Are you curious which Disney Cruise Line ship is preferred by seniors who have gone on Disney cruises? Start watching this video where seniors were asked and answered which Disney ship was their favorite. Or start by watching this other Disney-related travel channel for older adults and seniors. Now, go ahead. Have a truly magical day.